おい、心配して相棒様が聞いてるんだぜ。答えるのが筋ってもんじゃねえの。
そうですね。正直に言うと私の性能は低下しています。運動に支障はありませんが意識に混乱が見られます。
There's no benefit in holding the cloudiness in my memory. I look back at the servant and reveal my current disorder. However, I don't reveal what it had to be hidden. I cannot tell that my vision has weakened, nor that my memory is not vague, but rather missing. These are my current weaknesses. If I told him, that servant would immediately bear his fangs at me. The best I can do is behave normally while getting information from the servant, trying to recover my memory.
記憶が曖昧？俺を呼んでおいて何も分かってない。聖杯戦争のことも自分が誰かも分からないってのか？おいおい待てよ、勘弁してくれ。それじゃあズブの素人と組んだ方がいくらかマシじゃねえか。
いえ、自分が何者なのかははっきりしています。あなたを召喚したこともマスターとして聖杯戦争に参加したことも覚えている。例えばどうして私がここで眠っていたのかどうもよく思い出せない。
Without showing any signs of weakness, I tell him the truth. Whether it worked or not, the taint of suspicion that the servant had been carrying grew fainter.
質問を返しますが、私はどうしてここで眠っていたのか。
なんでかって、そんなもん俺が知るが。この洋館を隠れ家にするって言ったのはあんただし、俺を召喚してすぐ疲れたから休むって言ったのもあんただ。そのあたり。
Yeah, before coming to Fuyuki, I did investigate suitable safe houses as potential bases at the association. Among the ones I checked, yes, this mansion should have been one of those. My mind grows hazy. When I try to recall what happened, I start to feel faint. I shouldn't push myself too hard right now. I have to hear what happened from the servant.
この洋館を隠れ家にすると決めたのは私でしょう。それには覚えがあります。そしてあなたを召喚した。
I remember indistinctly that this happened. I did form a contract with this servant in this mansion.
そうそう。で、すぐに眠ったんだよあんたは。名前だけ名乗って私が起きるまで行動するななんて言いやがった。おかげでこっちはたまりまくりだ。殺し合いに呼ばれたってのに、なんだってお預け食らってなきゃなんねえのかね。
Only my name. No, more importantly, what the servant is saying is dangerous. It's very reassuring that he loves fighting, but it will be a problem if he loves it more than necessary.
待ちなさい。確認しますが、私たちは基本的な戦闘方針すら話し合っていなかったのですか？
ないよ。きっと必要なかったんだ。あんたは事前にこの町を調べていたろうし、俺だって聖杯戦争がどんなものか呼び出された時点で頭に叩き込まれてる。要はより早く効率的に手段を選ばず他のマスターどもを殺していけばいいって話じゃんか。相談することなんてねえよ。恐ろしい顔するなあんた。そう睨むなよ、おっかねえじゃん。何？俺気に障ることでも言った？
ええ、あなたとは相互理解が必要なようですね。私のサーバントがそんな考えなしでは腹が立つ。私は教会を代表する魔術師であって猛獣使いになる気はありませんから。
I stare and try to intimidate him. Whatever, said the servant, averting his eyes.
ま、相互理解はできないと思うけど。
He mutters as if it doesn't concern him.
いいさ。で、何？教会の代表様はどんな戦いがお好みで？
ことは隠密に無駄な戦いは行いません。まずは敵マスターの調査を優先。今回の聖杯戦争がどういったものかを把握した後、倒すべき順番を考慮し撃破に移行します。
Those were the orders received from the association. First, I had to gather information on the three families that administer the Holy Grail War. Ainsburn, Tosaka, and Makiri. An investigation of the remaining 3 masters will proceed afterwards. It may be possible to convince Magi to abandon their master status. There also may be other outstanding Magi that ought to be taken into custody by the association. Besides, to act without proper information is an embarrassment for our maggots of the association.
は使いっ走りの犬じゃあるまいし、敵は見つけたら殺せよマスター。結局は潰し合う同業だ。出会ったら最後逃げられないし逃がさないものだろう。
I didn't need him to tell me that. I feel the same way, but I can't disobey the orders of the
従いなさ
association.
い。教会は神秘を隠匿するための組織です。下手な騒ぎはできません。それに無秩序に戦えば一般人に犠牲が出てしまう。聖杯の入手は絶対条件ですが、町の人間を巻き込むことは極力避けるべきだ。
This is not a matter of the Mages Association. The Holy Church also has involvement in the Holy Grail War. Should any damage be brought to the city, they will vigorously move in to conceal it to ensure the smooth continuance of the ritual. There is a limit to this, however. Last time in the 4th War, there was a master that killed indiscriminately and daily. The priest monitoring viewed the master as an enemy and penalized him severely.
それは手段を選ぶってことかな。俺には思いつかないが、勝ち残るための一環として殺しはしない方がいいとか。
勝ち残るためではありません。私とて魔術師です。ですが、それでも人として最低限守るべきものがあるでしょう。
ああ、そりゃなんつうか。
You sounded unenthusiastic. The servant apathetically breathes out and...
あんたさ、霊術使ってくんない？私には逆らうな、みたいな。そうしないと、あんたを真っ先に殺しそうだわ。
You know damn well that wouldn't work. It's too vague, right? I gulp. He's serious. He doesn't care about what would happen next. The rule of cooperating with a master for his own protection doesn't apply to him. This bastard is seriously aiming for my throat. The servant told me to use a command spell to stop him. 3 absolute rights in order that a master has. Powerful spells given by the Holy Grail. A master's trump card that can only be used 3 times, but ensures that any command is followed. For that reason, I answer him immediately.
断ります。飼い犬に命令される主人などいないし、飼い犬に殺される者など主人ではありません。あなたは私のサーバントだ。あなたがどう動くか、あなたがいつ死に挑むかは私が決める。
I force back his bloodlust with my own. No matter what, if I used a command spell for something as frivolous as this, I had no future in this war. I clenched my fists and started carving runes into the floor with my heels, able to intercept an assault at any time.
なるほどね。なら考え方を変えてみるか。オーケー。俺はあんたのサーバントだ。飼い主には従うよ。
The servant gave in easily. That's how it should. How should I put it? Anticlimactic. And my heart was beating in excitement at the feeling that a battle was about to break out, so I could learn how powerful the servant was.
なんだよ。それでも文句あんの？
いえ、問題はない。本当に私の言葉を理解しているのですか？
ああ、できるだけ死人は出すなってんだろ。それがマスターの方針ってことは理解したよ。で、他には？
There are many things I want to say in detail, but I have nothing else to say regarding a general plan. The rest I can do by giving orders depending on the
よし、
situation.
なら行こうぜ。いい加減ここにいるのも飽き飽きだ。
The servant prods me to go out. I'm still physically unable, but I am curious about what is going on outside. And anyway, after sleeping for such a long time, I want to move around freely a bit.
わかりました。細かい方針は 状況に応じて変えていきましょう。
I regain myself. For the time being, I'll leave Rash behind. There are limits to that sword, and I can't use it fully in my current state. After I locate the other masters, I can think about who to use it on.
しかしね、できるだけ死人は出すなか。いいね。そう。
The servant repeats cheerfully.
含みがあるのなら言いなさい。
No, nothing.
私の方針に意見があるなら、ここで型をつけましょう。
It is really good to actually get that ironed out before going into battle.
よし、なら行こうぜ。いい加減ここにいるのも飽き飽きだ。
The servant prods me to get out. I'm still physically unable, but I am curious about what is going on outside. And anyway, after sleeping for such a long time, I want to move around freely a
わ
bit.
かりました。細かい方針は状況に応じて変えていきましょう。
I regain myself. For the time being, I'll leave Rock behind. The servant repeats cheerfully.
含みがあるのなら言いなさい。私
だから理解したって。おっかねえからあんたとはまだやり合わねえよ。けどさ、それは無理なんだマスター。死人を出さないとか周りを巻き込まないとか。あんたがどう頑張ったところで、この町は4日間しか持たないんだから。
No longer than 4 days.
なんです。
外に出ればわかる。とっくにそんな状況じゃねえってな。この町の人間は日々溢れ出してる得体の知れない連中にどんどん減らされていってるんだから。
得体の知れない連中ですって。そんなバカな。あなた、私の記憶が曖昧だからとつまらない狂言を。
外に出ればわかる。百聞は一見にしかずだ。
The servant stifles his laugh. As I stand bewildered, the black shadow takes my hand and starts walking.
さあ、聖杯戦争を続けよう。バゼットフラガマクレミッツ。今度こそ君の望みを見つけるために。
This time for sure. The house was built on top of a high hill. It lies within a forest, separated from any human habitation. My head aches. I thought that breathing the outside air would clear myself more or less, but instead the cold night air only clouds my thoughts further.
どうしたマスター？まだ外に出るのは早かったか？
The servant pokes fun at me. I shake my head and keep going. My mind is still sluggish. The bright moonlight seems to be the source of my disorientation. It's a weird-ass moon. It's quiet. Of course it's past 2 a.m., but the city is abnormally silent even for this time. It slightly resembles my own hometown, the port town I spent my childhood in. At night the tide would come into the town, and people would shut themselves in their houses as if they were afraid. The empty city was almost like a ship sunk at the bottom of the ocean, prompting a younger me to want to run away from that place. I must have felt that everybody would have forgotten that I existed if I'd stayed like that, at the bottom of the ocean. I couldn't help thinking that the old gods that nobody remembered anymore, sharing the same cursed fate. And now Fuyuki is being submerged into the ocean depths too. The atmosphere is different from the one I remember. It's too quiet. It might as well be an abandoned city. Regardless, the only presence of life is evident. I could feel almost countless numbers of creatures breathing. Surrounding me is an aura that I've never felt before. Mysterious things is what my servant said. I don't want to admit it, but it seems that there is credibility to what he says.
なんだあれ？
We've been walking for some 2 hours. The servant stops in his tracks and is now gazing at a particular residence.
すげえな。この辺りは見て回ったんだが、まだ残っていやがったか。
He speaks with an impressed tone. The house he is looking at is nothing more than a regular building. If there's anything that distinguishes it from the other residents is the fact that the lights are on.
あんたはそこにいろ。まだ本調子じゃねえんだろ？一足先に俺が様子を見てきてやるよ。
The servant starts walking towards it on his own accord. I try to chase after him. Pathetically, I'm thrown off by the moonlight. I've got to be honest here. I can't speak for the other servants, but see, me. I didn't feel like doing this from the get-go. High-level magic, the summoning of beings, purified into the level of legends, and giving a form to them to make them familiars. That's what servants are. Not something so cheap as just borrowing a piece of power of the heroic spirits. No, it's actually a projection of the guy himself. A resurrection just for the Holy Grail War, a clone with a short lifespan, a guardian of humanity reborn into the modern era. Sounds nice and dandy. Autonomous weapons are pretty convenient, right? Except replicating even what's on the inside is going a little too far, don't you think? A familiar being able to think doesn't do any good. That goes double for servants. Suppose there's a familiar more powerful than its master. Now let's say it can think for itself. There's no reason why it won't revolt. I was lucky enough to be summoned by a master that was my type of woman. Personally, I'm satisfied with her, but it looks like I'm gonna be doing some disobeying. Why? Well, why not? I might not have any complaints about the boss, but I've got a hell of a lot to say about society. I feel like shit. Like I was left hanging in the morgue. Back when I was alive, the world was still lively. Nowadays, it's old and dying. Got a few 100 million years left before it kicks the bucket, and it's too late to do anything about it. Being one of those fellows that knew what she was like back in the old days, it wouldn't be right to not be a little angry about her current predicament and all that. Of course, it was pretty obvious that she'd be clean dry one of these days. But damn, that was fast. Now there's a part of me that's got to hate my own species for that filthiness. Another part of me wants to pat them on the back at the same time. The power of humanity is incredible. Know how mortals have come and gone in the blink of an eye. Makes me wonder just how many new generations of humanity has been born and how many have been wiped out. Given how fast they are, it's too bad how they hadn't come up with a kind of evolution that's environmentally friendly. I've got to hand it to them. Hominids. They sure did a great job at amplifying a ready-made cycle instead of finding a new kind of cycle. But that means there's no future ahead. So if they can buy a little more time, it'd be nice if they'd come up with some new kind of improvement and keep going. They've already gone to all the trouble of destroying this much. Where do we want to go? Why have we exhausted the land? Was this good? Was this bad? I want the results that anyone can understand, even if the answer is that it was a failure. I don't mind one bit.
ほんと他の連中はどう思ってんのかね
Those of heroic spirit's status must have a feeling of animosity towards this era. Then again, heroic spirit is supposed to be of on humanity's side, so that would mean they'd approve of whatever result humanity brings about. Just like I do the opposite of that. Let's say there was this godlike absolute being as a force of good, and let's say he was summoned here in this day and age. Now what would he do? Would he approve of it? Would he act to protect us? If he approves, we face extinction. If he protects us, he'll watch on. A sane heroic spirit would choose the latter. One with a few screws loose would happily lend a hand, and another with only one screw left would get excited at making the world a better place. Something like, I'm going to save the world. Oh, I don't ever want to meet that kind of guy, let alone fight him. Now, as for me, there's only one thing I can do either way. I may be a heroic spirit, but I'm not that strong. Take a look at all the legends in the world, and you still won't find anybody weaker than me. Yay, I'm number 1. You're damn lucky, Master. Can't get any lower than this. Easy to make up a battle plan, since all there is to do is think about how to take on the strong. I don't want to think about it. There's a good chance this lady's stronger than me in pure fighting ability. A heroic spirit getting his ass kicked by a human. Oh boy, I want to disappear.
だよな正直いただけねえわあの女
Don't cause any deaths, that's what she said. That's the way to go, Milady Magus of the House of Whatever. Can't expect a finer strategy that reeks of sheltered girl on honor roll. Fitting sense of pure humanity for a master. But hey, I can't do that. All I can do is kill. Honestly, a bloodless victory is a pain in the ass. I'm already the weakest. I'm not going to be winning if I'm a goody two-shoes. This thing does have war in the name, so we ought to be relying on the slaughter techniques that man had so painstakingly developed. Servants are one thing, but masters are human. It'd be way easier to take them out with mines and explosions like the last time.
ま、今はそんな時代じゃないけどな。前は物騒な時期だったからな。命の扱いは安かったんだが。
This time things are different. The Mages Association is watching out oh so painstakingly close. Plus the system of public safety in the modern man has created it is not too shabby. If I run wild, the other masters will figure out where Bazette is. No, I don't mind finishing off a horde of people nice and fast, but consecutive fighting on consecutive nights is going to exhaust me, so I want to avoid that. On that point, the part of Bazette's strategy about not going overboard is fine with me, so I'll try my best to follow my master's plan like a good servant would. Well then, with that out of the way, let's turn back to what we have now.
待て。何をするつもりだお前は。
Ignoring my hesitant master's voice, I'm headed to the house. I don't have to bother checking. The fact that the lights are on means there are live humans inside. Unfortunately, I don't have any human or heat detecting abilities. My servant skills can be summed up as, nothing. Well, at least you're honest about it. But that's okay. What's inside there is human. I dematerialize myself and pass through the front door. I manifest my weapon and go towards the people living in the living room. Let's finish this fast and cruel like always. Now, for all I know, there could be some accident like the strongest ultra-humanoid in all of history is inside and has the power to suppress a heroic spirit. No problem whatsoever. I may be the weakest, but I can defeat the most powerful human being. Why? Because it's not something to brag about, but when it comes down to dealing with humans, I'm the strongest. Blood splashes up in the air. The inhabitants are dead. One middle-aged man, two boys, one granny, one old man holding a blood-stained knife. Oh, he's still alive.
何それ?
What a letdown. By the time I broke in, it was already over. What the fuck? His breath is ragged and heavy. The mad culprit who massacred those four. He doesn't pay any attention to me, probably because he wants to take out the last geezer. The geezer backed himself up into the wall and is desperately shaking his head. The murder scene and method are pretty grisly to look at. The bodies are ravaged beyond recognition. Blood, flesh, and entrails are splendidly scattered about. The choking stench of life, a living space, splattered here and there, and then roll for the Brady Bunch. Damn clean for a murder scene. Not one little flaw. After all, it was murder for murder's sake. No robbing, no raping, no hungering. Not one bit of that here. I'll save him since he asked. Since it was a surprise blow from behind, the murderer is killed easily. After that, I am back to my regular job. Kill that guy. Right. Ah, beautiful. By the time I ran into the house, it was all over. There are 5 corpses in the living room. I'm able to tell by what appears to be 5 heads severed from the nose. It is a slaughter scene so gruesome that I could not have determined how many there are through any other means.
悪いな。先に済ませちまったぜ。
The servant says while standing idly in a pool of fresh blood. In the servant's clenched hand is a warped dagger. A form that seems to be mixed with fangs and claws of a beast. It is meant to be grabbed backhanded. I've never seen a weapon that looks so difficult to use. So that weapon is his noble phantasm, his symbol as a heroic spirit.
おっかないぜマスター。そう睨むな。どうだ？一つ状況説明でもするか？
必要ありません。凶器と傷跡は一致しています。
The shadow laughs in agreement. There is no need to investigate any further. This situation told me the cause of the tragedy was the
私から
servant.
の質問は一つです。なぜ殺したのですか？
なぜって、これもあんたのためだぜ。俺は当たりを探しているだけだ。一人一人調べるのも、一人一人殺していくのも変わらない。要は目撃者を作らなければいいんだろ？ならよ、 こうして潰していけばいつかマスターに出会えるぜ。
お前は
This guy, he hadn't listened to anything I said. I was prepared to accept some sacrifices once I went into battle. I'm a magus and am no different from a murderer. However, still, I never desired this kind of meaningless
お前は
sacrifice.
人を殺すことが楽しいのか。
Yes.
あ、バカ言うな。俺だって好きでやってるわけじゃねえ。こうして求められた以上、あのさ、人型をしてるからって勘違いするなよ、マスター。サーバントってのは、つまるところこういうもんじゃないのか？
質問に答えていない。私は人を殺すのが楽しいのかと聞いたのです。
I glare at the servant. Holding that warped dagger, the servant.
とりわけ何も。第一、殺しちゃ楽しめねえだろ。いろいろ。
He directed a repugnant laugh as if he wanted me to share in his
貴
amusement.
様、それでも英霊か。
I can't restrain myself. It's strange, I've seen people like him countless times, yet without any reason, I feel disgusted at this man's way of life. It somehow feels as if this man alone must not be forgiven.
あんたこそ、殺し合いが向かないんならマスターになんざなるな。しらけるんだよ、実際。つまんねえ。せっかくの賞が台無しだぜ。喜んでもらえると期待してたのにさ。
そう。悪いけど、その期待には最後まで応えられない。今確信したわ。私たちは反りが合わない。あなたは私が最も嫌う人格だ。
I turned my hostility towards my own servant, a direct hatred similar to annoyance to at that person I have to gain trust from the most. First, I'm not acting right. The immaturity of showing my feelings and hating someone should have been discarded long ago.
へえ。いいね。俺も基本的にあらゆるものが気に入らない。下手に気を許されるとイラつくんで、それぐらいがちょうどいい。こういうのも気が合うっていうのかね。
The servant shows no signs of caring. I hate him and he doesn't think anything of me. So there will be no cause for friction even if we despise each other, as we have no plans to bond.
けどさ、あんたは割と好きな部類に入る。
Except, he just said something odd.
なぜですか？あなたはあらゆるものが気に入らないのでしょう。マスターとしてあなたがどのようなサーバントかは理解できる。あなたの方向性は人間を好むものではない。
とりあえずいい女だからな。気に入らねえけど好感を抱いてるんだ。
私が女だから。
女じゃなくていい女。あんたさ、えらくそそるんだよ。
What kind of servant? I
体つき
guess.
も好みなんだが、優等生なところとか、一般論を守ろうとしてるところとか、みっともなさすぎて見ていられない。
I mean, physically, yeah.